Hey everyone. Hey, excuse if you hear gunshots in the background. Somebody must be out shooting pigeons. Duck season starts here tomorrow. Well, resumes, I guess is a better way of putting it. So they just must be out shooting. So where they're getting well, shotgun shells you can kind of still get. So again, please ignore it. So it looks like a lot of Republicans are signing on board of impeaching Trump. I think that's a huge mistake for them, but that's all right. Let's find out where they stand. And, you know, they're saying right now they've got the votes in the Senate to impeach him. And I don't think they're going to have enough time, so I don't think we have to worry about it. But it just kind of blows me away. 7 months. 7 months. Our cities have been burning. We have had numerous members of Congress either call for violence, no justice, no peace, right? Support the violence, or claim that it doesn't exist. 7 months. And there is no way in the world you can take any comment that Trump said that he was trying to induce violence. These people, you know, if you listen to my earlier videos, I'm like, we don't need to form a third party. We just need to get in and reform the GOP party. I'm changing my stance on that. I'm pretty sure. As a matter of fact, this weekend I'm going to do some research and find out what it takes to get a new party put on the ballot. I was trying to think of names, and I was thinking American First Ballot. If you got a good name for it, put it in the comments. Let me see what you think. And we just go against them, head to head. Now, we're going to win a lot of this election because these 80 million people that voted for Trump, and trust me, there were 80 million, they're not all Republican. Now, Trump got a fantastic number of Republicans, but they're independents, they're Democrats, they're people who never voted before. If we can get on the ballot in all 50 states, we can hammer them. And I think there's some rules that we need to lay down first to as a party platform, so to speak. Now, I haven't sat down and written it all out or anything like that. For one thing, we need term limits agreed to by the party. If you want to run for this party, within this party, you agree to term limits. And I'm thinking 6 terms in Congress and 2 terms in the Senate. That's 12 years each. That's fair. I think we'll get the majority awful quick, and that includes the states. And we can't forget about the states and local. And I tell you, a lot of these places, we will take over the local government overnight. I mean overnight. Next election. And that's some important elections that we forget about. County commissioners, mayors, school boards, and then the states, state legislatures, senators, um, maybe even capture some governorships. I think you would see a lot, if we start getting momentum, the Republicans that think like us, especially these new firebrand people that are in there, who's Kristi Noem from South Dakota, um, uh, I can't remember that young lady's name that's insisting wearing a gun into Congress, but you know, Nigel File, what's his name? I can't remember. First name Nigel. I don't know why it escapes me at the minute. I know his name any other time. But he literally formed the Brexit Party in 6 weeks, and they destroyed the Tories, which is the Conservative Party, which is what we would call the GOP, in the elections. I mean, destroyed them. And we can do the same thing. We are strong. We have to stick together. No doubt about that. But you know what? It's time. I'm sick of the GOP. Trump has done more for the GOP. Look at how many new people he's brought into the GOP. We talk about the Reagan Democrats. There's the Trump Democrats, the Trump Independents, the Trump minority vote. I mean, Biden lost a record low number of counties. Record low in the history of this country, which means Trump won a record high. Why keep working with these scumbags? We're going to have to get funding, and I think we might have some options on that. I'll go into that in a later video. But there's a couple billionaires now, one especially, that's coming out against this tech Democrat coup. And I think we could entice him to possibly fund the party somewhat. And, you know, I know there's a couple good men here, and women actually, in Nevada, that would be happy to take the lead on it. The guy that should be our governor right now. Now I know why he lost in 2018. I couldn't figure out how he lost. Very well-respected man, was our lieutenant governor, well-liked. Family has a long history. His granddad's name is on the Capitol building. And they're not politicians. They're good, honest people. And I didn't even worry about his election. I mean, I thought that was in the bag. And all of a sudden, he loses this radical left-wing nut job. I was scratching my head. I'm like, how in the world does that happen? Well, now I know. Now I know. And we may not be able to solve that in all the states by 2022, but we sure can solve it in a lot of states. Do not forget, we control 30 to 20 states. And there's no love lost for Democrats in California. There's not much love lost for the GOP either, don't get me wrong. Gavin Newsom's on the brink of being recalled. Our governor, the recall position's going around. It's getting signed. Who's that nut job in Michigan? They're trying to recall her. They're not happy with these people. But why turn to the old party again? The old boring swamp rats that they are. You know, we've seen them put Bob Dole up against a crooked Clinton and get wiped. We've seen McCain going up against a crooked Obama. We've seen Romney go up against a crooked Obama on the second term. We've got the most admired man in America that would lead this party. I think this is something we take advantage of. Leave me a comment. Just tell me if I'm out there in left field, you know. I really want to know. I've been a staunch. Why start a third party? We can control this party. I don't even want to be called Republican anymore. I really don't. And quite frankly, I think there's a good chance we may get more people coming over if we don't call ourselves Republicans. Because most Republicans are fed up with the Republican Party. Most independents are independents because the Democrat Party is too crooked and the Republican Party they view just as crooked. And there's a lot of Democrats, you know, Nancy Pelosi's out there saying Trump supporters chose whiteness over democracy. What the hell does she know about democracy? She has just organized a coup to overtake our government. And she talks about democracy. I tell you what, somebody needs to just slap that. I can't say what I want to say. Anyway, tell me what you think. Think I'm out in left field? Let me know. If you think I got an idea I might run with it, let me know. Y'all have a good day. Bye.